We've got a nice show for you here tonight. Lots of lacrosse, a new Coach's Corner segment, and some nice news about the Athena Awards.
And if that doesn't get you going, we have highlights, standings, social media montage, and my favorite part, our athletes of the week. Stay tuned as we take you down the sports path.
Hi folks, welcome back to Sports Path, our last episode of the 2018-2019 school season. I know you hate to see us go, and I know you hate to see my new partner Alex go. First of all, Alex, how are you doing?
Well, you know, John, I think you and I are both in the same boat. It's getting a little hot out, and I know that all of us are ready for the summer, so why don't we kick this final edition of Sports Path for the school year off with everyone's favorite, the social media montage. This time, our social media montage focuses on the Athena Award winners, those awards given to the top female athlete from each school, which is deemed in academics and athletics. We begin with Tartan, and Brian Munter tweeting out the Tartan Award winner, Kendra Ekareki, a fantastic student athlete in girls basketball, track, and soccer. Congratulations to Kendra.
And then we head over to North. The North Activities Twitter tweeted out, and that one was Jacqueline Stump, who played Nordic track, cross country, track, and soccer. So congratulations to her. And I think we have two more.
And meanwhile, for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, the Athena Award winner, this time Kylie Krosick, a hockey and track athlete. And congratulations to her and her family, as you see there.
And then we wrap it up in White Bear Lake, where Olivia Schwintek, who also does Nordic skiing, track, and cross country. So congratulations to all of you young women on a terrific year and a terrific academic and sports career. And now we're going to take you away from the social media part. We're going to a game way back on the 29th of April for boys lacrosse. Mahtomedi took on Sibley. The Zephyrs get started off the score with a beautiful pass over the middle. EJ Charpentier for a goal. 1-0 Mahtomedi. Now 6 seconds after scoring their 6th goal of the game, Graslowitz gets the goal. Mahtomedi up 7-0. Now down 10. Mowald from Sibley finally gets them on the board. He rifled that one in from about 15 yards out. Nice shot from him. Now up by 12. Mahtomedi will have it. A nice pass from across the face of the net. Finds Arndt for a goal. 13-1. Running clock up by 12. Now Connor Stoker will eventually get on the action for Mahtomedi. He gets the goal right here to extend the lead. That one was too easy. 14-1. Now that would be it. Mahtomedi beats up on Sibley to take that one easily. And Mahtomedi playing in the Metro East, Alex.
Meanwhile, the Metro East standings seems to be pretty much a par for the course. In the Metro East standings, you see Mahtomedi sits there second overall at 5-1, just behind these Cadets of St. Thomas Academy by a game. Meanwhile, you see North St. Paul at the very bottom, 0-5, and Tartan having a nice season, 3-3 in conference and 5-6 overall.
Yeah, North St. Paul has not won since their first game of the season, but let's check out how White Bear Lake is doing over in the Suburban East. We got back-to-back highlights to show you all. And now we go to the lacrosse field where White Bear Lake took on Mounds View in the first highlight. Ball finds its way around the net, eventually finding Woodcock here. He rifles that one home to the top of the net right past the goalie stick. And that one puts them up 1-0. Now next scoring play, Ricky Bloom makes a nifty move and finds Boudreaux near the net, who tosses that one in. 2-0, White Bear Lake. And now Moundsview will have possession, trying to keep the score within distance. White Bear Lake's goalie comes out too far, and they find the open man in front of the net for the easy goal. 3-1 White Bear. White Bear Lake gets a terrific pass from Dino, finds Boudreaux for one of his 5 goals as he scores again. White Bear Lake up by 2. Now Dino gets in on the action, a pass near the net, makes a running throw into the net. Bears up 9-3 now. Now next one comes from way out. Jacobus, boom, goes the dynamite, gets that one in from the long range. And now it was in a close game to start. White Bear Lake absolutely dominated Moundsview for the easy W. And that one, I think we got another highlight for you guys.
Meanwhile, the competition gets stronger as the perennial powerhouse Stillwater Ponies took on the Bears a little over a week ago. The Ponies get in the scoreboard first as Stengel rifles it home, but then a loose ball allows senior Ben Bolt to come up from the defensive spot. He picks it and he rifles it home to pull the Bears within 2 at 3-1. As the Ponies go up by 5 now, Marshall Evanson picks up this ball. He falls down behind the net, but he's able to regain his positioning to come out here. And the Bears defense gives up a soft one there as he snipes it over the top of the goaltender Will Lemire to give them the 7-1 advantage. Meanwhile, the Ponies miss a quick chance here, but a quick snuff out opportunity there. A good stick check from the Ponies. They'll pick it up, they'll rifle it home to make it 11-2, Stillwater on top of White Bear Lake. But Ricky Bloom, having a fantastic senior, the junior, able to take it and just rifle it from a very sharp angle to pull the Bears to within 8. However, Ricky Bloom would not be enough as the Ponies would go on to win that one by a final of 14-3. And the Ponies certainly looking strong in the Suburban East Conference.
Yeah, let's see where those two teams sit in the Suburban East Conference. As you can see, Stillwater is at the top, 7-0 in conference, 10-0 overall, having a fantastic year. White Bear Lake is 3-3 in conference, and that would only be good enough for 5th place, and they won't be catching the Stillwater Ponies anytime soon, especially after that loss. So let's head from the boys' side to the girls' side, Alex.
We joined you last week for the White Bear Lake Bears as they faced off against the Roseville Raiders on what was a very chilly night over at White Bear Stadium. The Bears would get on the scoreboard first, as it would be Peterson, our player to watch for that game, who was able to take a nice opportunity here just right around the net, pulled the goaltender well off her post, had tons of room to shoot at to get the Bears on the scoreboard first. But Roseville has an excellent player in Lauren Distep, and she scored 2 of the first 3 goals for Roseville. Meanwhile, the Bears having a chance. Sophie Davis goes over the shoulder right in front to pull the Bears to within 4. And another chance here for Mariah Churchill as she goes right back through the legs to make it 10-6, Roseville on top. However, Distad would not be denied for Roseville. Another nice shot pulls the goaltender out of position, 11-6 at that time. She would add another one here, 12-6. With just too much of the Roseville offense for White Bear Lake. Mariah Churchill would get another goal, though, in the waning seconds of that one to make the final of this game a score of 12-7, with the Raiders topping out over White Bear Lake.
So the girls' White Bear Lake team is in the Suburban East, and after that loss, they currently sit in 7th place or 6th place. Not too great of a year. They're near the bottom of the standings, and it's hard to believe, but at a 1-4 conference record, they're actually not last place. That's Woodbury 0-5 and a 4-5 overall record. So let's check out the Suburban East, or the Metro East standings, Alex.
On the Metro East side of girls lacrosse, you see Matamidi sits there 2nd place, 3-1 in conference, 6-2 overall, behind the pace of the Hill Murray Pioneers. Tartan in 3rd with a 3-3 conference record and a record for North St. Paul of 0-5 as they are winless at 0-8. Meanwhile, from the lacrosse pitch over to the Diamond where baseball reigns.
Yeah, let's see what happened between Tartan and Matamidi. Tartan's home team against Matamidi. This one starts off with a walk from Jacob Arlinson, and then he steals second from a wild pitch from Tartan's Andrew Gustafson. And after that, Luke Laughlin drills a ball that's too hot for the Tartan second baseman, and the runner advances. And now runners will be at the corners for Andrew Murphy, who belts this one deep right into center field. And that was just short of a homer, but long enough to score Arlinson from 3rd, so the sac fly is accomplished for Matamidi. So 1 out, runner on 2nd, and Austin Schultz at the plate. He rips a base hit to center, and Laughlin scores from 2nd. This one would be close, but Laughlin gets in there. Now top of the 4th inning, and the Zephyrs get things going when Mogren gets hit by a pitch. Mogren then advances to 2nd on a stolen base. And then he'll advance over to 3rd right here on the sacrifice bunt, beautifully laid down. Catcher has no other choice but to throw it over to 1st. And then Matamidi puts on the suicide squeeze play to bring Mogren in for the 3rd run of the game. So Matamidi's got 3 runs now, and they added another in the next inning. And after that, the Zephyrs pitchers Leo Bustos and Tony Nubik combined to hold Tartan to only 2 runs for the 4-2 victory. So a nice win there for them.
Meanwhile, the Tartan Titans would get another chance at it against the North St. Paul Polars over at Kunkel Field just in North St. Paul. It would be a quick start for the Titans as a runner on first, Brock Burleson, lines a center into single, and then they were able to continue that thread here. Later in that same inning, Huffman, a ground ball, has to be scooped by the first baseman, but he doesn't quite get it. Huffman is safe, and the first run of the game scores for Tartan. RJ Schwankel at the plate now for the Titans. 2 runners on, crushes the ball to the top of the left field fence as the runners have to hold, not knowing if the ball would be caught or not. Only 1 run scores though, as the runners will advance once the ball hit some of that green out in center field. Tartan would add 2 more before the Polars defense turns an excellent double play, 6-4-3 as they draw it up. Excellent play by that shortstop to start that out, to start the bleeding in that one. Home half of the first now. The leadoff hitter starts things off with a base hit to left. A good opportunity here for the Polars. And a couple of batters later, after a strikeout and a hit by pitch, Jeremy Brown laces a hit to left center, deep enough to score both of those runners. Later, the Titans managed to follow it up with North's double play with a nice one of their own. This time they go 4-6-3 to end that threat. However, the runs would continue to pile on, and the Titans would walk away with a 19-8 victory.
So a butt whooping there for Tartan, putting the smackdown on. Let's check out some of our future games that will be airing in the next couple weeks. That one will be the St. Paul Saints game, which airs on May 18th. That's live at 7 p.m. That'll be their second game of the year. Their season kicks off tomorrow night, Thursday. And then we have the Minnesota Vixen taking on the St. Louis Slam. I think our very own Alex Westad will be on the call.
Certainly excited about that one. Lots of excellent sports coming up. Even though the high school sports event, still some professional and semi-professional sports for you to watch here on Suburban Community Channels.
Yeah, and after the break, we have the all-new edition of Coach's Corner, and stay tuned for the Athletes of the Week. Oh, what's this?
It's the most natural thing for me to dance, but I was tripping and I was falling and didn't even know what multiple sclerosis was.
When I perform, I really love connecting with people. It's definitely cool to be able to give someone an experience through virtual reality.
Oh my God. I dream sometimes and I see that.
Our heroes from across the upper Midwest are coming home from wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Only now, some have a new battle to fight, unemployment. Hello, I'm Rocky Lynn, co-founder of Tribute to the Troops.
I'm Sergeant Dejan Farrell.
And I'm Captain Ron Jarvie. A survey of our troops serving overseas found 25% say employment is a major concern for them as they come home.
Right now, the unemployment rate for today's veteran is 12%. That's twice the average of others living here in the Heartland.
These service members learn quickly. They have experience with advanced technology and demonstrate teamwork, discipline, and leadership under difficult circumstances.
This year, Tribute to the Troops, the Armed Forces, and the Upper Midwest Emmy Chapter are asking you to hire our today's veterans. Employers, you've seen what these veterans have done for their country. Think what they can do for your business.
To hire today's veteran, visit positivelyminnesota.com/veterans.
Heroes come from small towns.
Extra DWI enforcement is now being served on Minnesota roads. Don't be what you drink.
Did you go tanning? You're getting so tan. We need some sun.
Protect yourself. Protect your friends. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org.
I heard the best is yet to come. Or maybe
Hi, everybody. Welcome back here to the final edition of Coach's Corner now for 2018 and 2019. Alongside John Miller, I'm Alex Westad. For the last edition of Coach's Corner this year, I was pleased to get to know a little bit about Mahtomedi boys head lacrosse coach Pete Moosbrugger for today's edition of the Coach's Corner.
I live here in Mahtomedi, coach Mahtomedi High School. I've been coaching here, I think this is my fifth season. Before that, I coached for 13 years at the University of St. Thomas. We're fortunate to have 4 national championships, and my daughter started to get older and into sports, so it's time to kind of leave the college ranks and coach locally here at Mahtomedi. So it's a great community, and it's been a great experience and a great run the last 4 years. I don't think we're doing anything differently. The nice thing is we've had these systems in for 4 years now. It's now just a new crew. We lost 14 seniors that led the way last year, and luckily these young guys were coming up and they had some really good experience in the state tournament last year. So it's kind of it is a reload year, and every year is different. So it's a different dynamic, so it's just kind of tweaking the systems more anything than that, just based on what we have. But globally, we're still running the same stuff. Number 9, Connor Stoker. Stoker is absolutely our leader on offense. Number 5, Ryan Pillow. 22, Sam Donna. Those guys are just 3 of the leaders that we have. I'd say that this is very much more of a group of scorers than really 1 or 2 or 3 guys. Defensively, we're young. Probably of the 14 we graduated, most of those were defensive players. We're lucky enough to have 2 outstanding goalies, in Xander Williams and Gus Magnuson. Now, they're new. This is their first, both of this is their first year starting, but they've been tremendous. They're splitting time every game, and there's no drop-off with either guy in, and they both are in the right to play, and so we're splitting time. Lacrosse has typically been seen here in the Twin Cities, a west side sport, and so there's really good lacrosse being played here at Mahtomedi, Stillwater, White Bear. So yeah, we're glad to represent the east side, and I appreciate you coming out.
I'd like to thank all of the coaches that joined me this season on Coach's Corner. Again, if you would like to nominate a coach to be in Coach's Corner, we'll start it up again in September. Feel free to send me a tweet at AlexSCCTV, and we'll see if we can get any sort of coaches that you would like to see.
And before we wrap up the show, let's check out my Athletes of the Week. This really won't be my Athletes of the Week. This will be more like my Athletes of the Spring. So for my male Athlete of the Spring, I have to go with EJ Charpentier, the Mahtomedi sophomore attackman lacrosse player. On the year, he had 25 goals, 13 assists for a total of 38 points. He's helped his team get to second place this year, and he has a bright future ahead of him, just a sophomore. And for my female Athlete of the Week, I have to go with North St. Paul softball player Ashton Putzier, number 5 senior pitcher. She's got a .462 on base percentage, .417 batting average, and a .458 slugging percentage, being one of the many players who have helped North St. Paul win their conference this year. So congrats to you two for having a terrific spring and being my Athletes of the Spring. But we can't wait to see you guys and how you guys do for the rest of the season as you guys finish it out. But that'll be all for my Athletes of the Week. All right, for the next Sports Path, that will be in the fall. Alex, the first couple of Sports Path that you did, I think we got something going here.
I think we certainly do, and even though the summer will be quiet from us here on the Sports Path Point, we certainly hope that you'll join us again in September for the next edition. Meanwhile, in the meantime, check this out: social media, Facebook.com, Twitter.com, Instagram, and YouTube. Follow those links here where you can find those things. Additionally, you can follow myself at AlexSCCTV on Twitter, and John.
Yeah, folks, we always want to remind you that you can volunteer here at SCC TV, whether you want to run camera. We're looking for some broadcasters for the fall. Call Arlen's number listed on the screen, and also email him at arlenscctv.org. Always good things, free food, and most of all, some good camaraderie around here at SCC TV. But for all you here, should we roll the paper and throw it, Alex?
I think we shall.
We'd like to thank you for joining us on the last edition of Sports Path for the 2018 and 2019 season. Man.